And I'm coming today to a video response to Elessa bullying video. First off, do you know there are over 312 million Americans? Like 10% or more of them are sad and depressed, stressed out on prescription medications or other forms of self-medication to deal with their stress. So how do people who are already in their misery treat others? They treat them miserably. I think it's important to realize the power that we have to make our lives the lives that we want them to be, in spite of some of the circumstances that we find ourselves in. Bullying is very uncomfortable. Everyone has been bullied. Bullying happens all the time. It is a survival of the fittest type of mentality. It is the way that people form their cliques and their groups. It is the way that people determine pecking order. It is just a social phenomenon that is second nature to humanity. Now, with that said, though, it hurts people. And victims of bullying, I think, especially like if you're in school being bullied or if you're in the workplace being bullied, you find yourself being excluded, a lot of work piled on you, or your accomplishments are not being acknowledged, or you are being ignored, your requests are going ignored, or people are literally touching you, being rude to you with their words and their behavior, bumping into you. And some that happens on jobs too, in the workplace too. Then, you know, I even looked towards some of the professionals to see what they say we should do when we find ourselves in those types of situations. So here's what you can do if you find yourself being bullied. It says, first off, be strong. Be strong. Don't explain your behavior to anyone. As a matter of fact, get them to explain their behavior to you. And I'm reading my notes that I got from the National Health Society or something, NHS.gov or something. I forget my source. But anyway, you can Google that and see if I got it right. But, okay, so be strong. Don't explain your behavior, because really you're probably not doing anything wrong anyway, or the things that you're doing wrong or petty things that could be self-corrected, and it won't even make a difference on much. Ask them to explain their behavior. If you're being bullied, talk to the bully if you're able to, if that's realistic. If not, don't even try that. You can describe what's been happening. You try to stay as calm as you can. You take along a friend or a witness with you. Some people even audio record it or video record it with their phone or whatever. Just have it in your hand or whatever. I don't know. And then you can try to be as pleasant as you can and tell them directly the behavior that you find unacceptable. And that hopefully will take care of it. Keep a diary. This is known as contemporaneous records. So you keep a diary of what the behaviors and infractions have been towards you, the dates, how you responded or how you tried to correct it, and then, you know, you'll have a running record of offenses and how you responded. Make a formal complaint once you have determined that there is a pattern of vicious behavior, a cycle of bullying. Then make a formal complaint to your school or to your employer's grievance HQ or whatever, human resources, HR HQ. Be sure to follow your employer's grievance procedures so that you are not, again, seen as the problem. Oftentimes what happens, bullying in the workplace is a way of isolating a person and making them the scapegoat for anything that goes wrong within the organization or within the department or within the building. So if your behavior, if how you handle the bullying is problematic, then you're only adding credibility to your bullies, the bullies' perception of you and how they have labeled you. So it's very important to make sure that your attitude is right, even in the midst of the maltreatment that you're receiving. And really find hobbies and things that you can do outside of your employment that are important to you, that bring you a sense of accomplishment, so that you are not getting all of your identity from your employment. Now, employment is supposed to be a source of pride for you and a source of respect that you earn from the community. But if your employer or employment environment has made it difficult for you and has pretty much labeled you as, the unwanted one, then, you're going to have to find your identity or your source of pride in something in addition. You keep doing a good job. Yes, you keep being on time. You report to your meetings. You do everything that you're supposed to do. You maintain that high level of professionalism. But when it comes to the social interactions, you just interact pleasantly, professionally, and don't even worry about finding friendships, because you're not, more than likely, going to. To be strong, and don't go into a depression or a state of self-pity, because when you begin to internalize that crap that has been placed on you, and you realize that it is others people's crap being placed on you, then you have to find some way to empower yourself so that you are not going into a depression or a sadness and a self-pity mode. And you can do that by helping others, volunteering, finding causes that you believe in, finding a person that you can nurture, a child or an elderly person, get involved with the animal rescue missions in your city or the food banks. There are lots of opportunities for you to serve, because service is a way to get from out of your own need and go to the needs of others. And when you do that, you're building bridges, you're making friends, you're establishing yourself in the community, and you're really going where you are needed. And where your love will be welcome and accepted. Don't feel like something is wrong with you when people don't like you. There is a high price of admission that some people pay to belong to certain groups, and you saw that in the news last year at the end of the year with a few of the colleges having deaths from hazing. People pay a high price of admission to belong to certain groups, to fit in, and sometimes it's not even worth the price of admission. So keep that in your mind too. All right, so now